everyone, this is Leah Lindeman, author of the Canadian Reminiscence series. Welcome to Pen to Paper. I know I've been absent for a little while, and for good reason. I have been under the weather, actually battling a serious wisdom tooth infection, which I will be getting taken care of very shortly. Actually, it's all gone right now. But the source of the problem will be taken care of shortly, so I'm really looking forward to getting back into booktubing, author tubing. So I am delivering on my promise for Writing About Horses Part 2. In the next series of mini clips videos, I'm going to show you how to, well, first of all, the anatomy of a horse, basic anatomy that your character will definitely be referencing in their interactions with their horses. And also you're going to see how you're actually supposed to brush a horse, which way to go against the fur, with the fur, the different brushes. And then I'm going to show you a small lunging clip of how I exercise the horse. So I hope this is helpful to you, that you get to kind of see it actually in action. But of course, you can always look up horse anatomy on Google, and they have diagrams and charts for you to look at and help yourself with. So enjoy the next few clips.
Here is my horse, Countess. This is for the video that I promised you is coming, all about Writing About Horses Part 2. So today what I'm going to show you first is the anatomy of a horse. The anatomy that most probably you are going to be writing about and your characters are going to be interacting with your horse in these certain body parts. So you're going to want to know these certain body parts. So Felicity, why don't you? My daughter Felicity is videoing this. No! Back up. Moving. Back up with the line. Okay, give me lots of space. No, just there. That's good, because they need to see the full horse, okay? So let's take a look first near the face. We're just going to get my horse to stop. All right. Here, and I have my dogs too joining us. All right. So right here at the top, where you have the hair, front hair, this is called the forelock. Good. And Felicity, do you remember this part right here where you have the noseband? No. Remember the part of the horse? That's called the muzzle. That's the muzzle of the horse. Now obviously this is where their throat is. This is called the throat latch. And this is where you obviously see we have our halter is at the throat latch, and we also put our bridle has a band here around the throat latch as well. So there's forelock, muzzle, and throat latch. And then we come over here to the top of the horse. This is called the withers. And this is actually where you would put your saddle. Many times we often think that we just take our saddle and our blanket, back up, and we just plop it on the horse's back, and we expect it to work out really well. But that's not how we put on our saddle. Usually we put on our saddle on the withers, we place it here, and then we slide it. It's okay. Sorry about that. My dog is just acting a little crazy and then making my horse not so happy with her presence. So when we take our saddle, we actually put it right here on the withers, and then we slide it into place on the back where it's supposed to stay. Then here we have the, what's the shoulder? We have the shoulder, the elbow, and then here we have the hoof. Now, let's see if I can.
And under the hoof is the frog.
That's right. We'll show them that later. Now, this whole area here where the saddle goes, this is called the barrel. If you take off, my kid doesn't know. First thing you need to know about horses, you never go behind a horse, because then it can, and then it can kick you. So Selena, let's go over here to the beginning of the horse.
Not
there we
being
go.
very welcome.
Okay, so if we cut the back legs off and the front legs, you'll see this resembles a huge barrel. So we call this the barrel of the horse. Up here above the tail, we have the dock, and of course we have the tail, and then the same appendages down here in the back. And that's the anatomy of the horse. You're welcome. All right, everybody. My daughter here, Felicity, is going to show you how to properly brush a horse.
Hey, Countess.
So first we're going to start with... Oh, we're not going to move her, Selena.
With the rough...
Oh, no. We're going to stay here. We're just going to stay here. My other little daughter here has other plans with this video. Okay, so Felicity, what brush are we going to start with?
We're going to start with the rough brush.
Mm-hmm.
We go in circles.
Oh, other way, remember?
Oh, yeah. We go in circles around the horse. It's been a long time since I've been around horses.
Yeah, so we take that brush and we go against the fur. Now, as you can see in this video, my horse is shedding. This is very normal. She lives outdoors 24/7 in the winter, spring, summer, fall. So in the winter, to protect herself, she actually develops a very warm, fluffy winter coat that sheds every spring.
Why is it down?
Oh, Selena dropped it.
Selena, you are doing it incorrectly.
Great. All right, Felicity, you want to move to the second brush?
This is the second brush, the soft brush. So you just go with the flow of the horse's fur.
Mm-hmm.
And you do not want to make her unhappy. It's going to make it squeak. I hate the top though. So hard to We're making cake.
And as you can see, we're catching more of the winter fur.
I hate it.
And this, that's pretty full. Now the bristle brush really releases all of the dirt buildup underneath the fur, but this brush kind of just smooths it all out and gives it a nice shine. Okay, I'm gonna move you out of the way. Let's move you to the front. Let's go to the front.
This is something to take the bug's eggs off of her feet.
Mm-hmm.
It's very annoying.
Yeah, so in the summer, obviously there's a lot of flies and insects, and so they lay eggs on the inside of her legs, and so we use that particular knife. You want to do that, or you want me to do that? I think I'll do that. So I'm going to take the phone now.
Yep.
Okay. So here,
My mother is going to do the hoof part.
okay, so when we pick up the horse's hooves, we just go down and we just lift. We ask gently, put a little bit of pressure to lift the hooves. And
Selena.
let's move out of the way.
I don't want Countess to drown.
All right, let's try this again.
Selena's very unhappy.
Okay, let's do this again.
Selena.
Good girl. All right, so here we have the hoof underneath. Now you'll see there's this triangular
Thing.
kind of, yeah, it's a thing. The triangular part of underneath the hoof. You might not use this in your writing as much, but it is called the frog. It's just a fun little piece of trivia. You take this part of the brush, you get all the mud off there. Then the brush part.
You want to show them the part to get all the mud off?
I did. Use this. And that's it. And then it's clean. And then she can keep going. And that is basically how to brush your horse. We also have a brush for her hair, but that's pretty simple. Just like women brush their hair or men comb their hair, we do the same thing with horses.
Bye-bye.
All right, so here I decided to do a voiceover on the video because, of course, I'm out in the field and my daughter is a little far away from me for you to hear my voice, and that is why I'm going to just kind of explain to you what's going on here. So in one hand I'm holding the line, in the other I'm holding the rest of the line, and I'm using my my right hand to get her going. Just moving the line up in the air and twirling it around gives her that push she needs to go in the direction I want her to go.
Now, when I was working my horse, there were a lot of distractions, such as my 5 kids out in the field with me, and the dog you can see is just bothering my horse to no end, chasing after her, barking after her. It was quite the ordeal, but I did this because I know that this could be a benefit to you. So here I'm raising my hand because I see that she is ready to trot, which as you can tell, she is now trotting, which is a good thing. So when I am working with her, I am looking for a bend in her neck and her ears trained toward me. And here we go, another distraction. My daughter has entered the circle. I am trying to help her understand the importance of staying out of the area where I am training my horse. I don't do a lot of this during the day, during the week, because this is what I have to deal with every time. And when I'm working with my horse, I really do appreciate a quiet atmosphere where there are not a lot of distractions, where I can really focus on spending time with my horse. Even my baby was outside, as you can see. All right, so my horse, it's good. I had a tight grip on that line. So here, I'm getting my horse. I got her to turn around. And then we're also having to deal with the shaky camera. I apologize for this. If you want a better video on how I lunge my horse, I can try to set that up for you. When I bend my body down low toward the ground, it's a sign that I want her to slow down. Here I'm asking her to move the other way, so I am pulling in the direction I want her to go, and then with my opposite hand I am aiming the rope up high so she understands that I do not want her to go that way. When I lunge her, I try to do a variety of movements, and I don't let the movements last long. It helps keep her focused on what I'm trying to get her to do. So here, I'm looking for the bend again in her neck, her eyes and ears trained on me. And I always have my body pointed toward her, not in front of her, beside her. And I know I got her cantering at one point. Hopefully that is caught on video. I don't think it was. Let's see what happens here. There we go. There's the canter. So when I ask her to move forward, again I lift the rope to encourage her in her forward movement. And it's a lot of body language. I'm looking at her body language and she is looking at mine. And that is it. That's a glimpse of working out the horse. So thank you for joining me on this episode. If you like it, please like it, subscribe, and comment down below.